students, I hope you all are fit and fine. I am Kamal here, your chemistry teacher, and today we are going to start our syllabus with chapter number 1, that is matter and its composition. So, this chapter you already done in 6th and 7th class. Now, we will read this chapter further in 8th class also. So, our first topic is matter. So, what is matter? Matter is anything that has mass and that occupies space. For example, book, pen, water, milk, rocks, minerals, gases, etc. These all are the matter because they has mass also and they occupies space also. How many states of matter? There are 3 states of matter. First one is the solid state, second one is the liquid state, and the third one is the gaseous states. So, look at the arrangement of the different states of matter. This is the solid state, this is the liquid, and this is the gaseous state. So, in case of solids, particles are arranged in a closely packed manner. So, they having definite shape, size, volume and mass. So, in case of liquids, the particles are not arranged in a closely packed manner as compared to the solids. So, liquids doesn't have any definite shape, but they have definite volume and mass, because when we pour the liquid in any container, it can attain the shape of that container. So, that is why we can say that liquids doesn't have any definite shape, but they have definite volume and definite mass. So, in case of gases, the molecules are not closely packed, they are very loosely bound. So, gases doesn't have any shape, volume, but they have definite mass. So, now look at the page number 13 of your book. Here this diagram shows the interconversion of these 3 states like solid, liquid and vapor. So, this is the solid state where the particles are arranged in a closely packed manner. So, when we apply the heating on this state, the particles vibrate on their own position and they will collide with each other, and after some times they will move apart from each other, means they melt and they will give liquid form, means solid after heating they will melt and they will form liquid state. When we apply the further heating to the liquid state, the particles move apart from each other and they will form vapor state. Now, if we provide the cooling to the vapor states, they will condense and they will form the liquid form, means particles moves closer to each other. When we apply the cooling effect, then the particles moves closer to each other, but when we apply the heating of any substance in the 3 states, then the particles moves further apart from each other. So, when we apply the cooling on the vapor state, the particles condenses and they will form liquid state. Further cooling on the liquid state, the liquid freezes and give the solid state, and this solid state changes into the vapor states directly without passing through the liquid state, and this process is called the sublimation. Also, the vapor state after condensation, it will give solid state. So, these are the interconversion of 3 states. Now, next one is the kinetic theory of matter. Here kinetic means motion. So, this theory explains the characteristics of the molecules and their motion. So, look at this diagram. This is solid form, this is liquid form, and this is the gaseous form. In case of solids, particles are closely packed. In case of liquids, they are not closely packed, and in case of gases, they move freely. So, this theory tells us about the movement of these particles in solid, liquid and gaseous states. The first postulate of the kinetic theory tells us the composition of these particles in different states. So, all matter is made up of large number of extremely small particles called the molecules. Sometimes they are called atoms and ions. So, first postulate tells us the arrangement of the particles, the composition of the particles in the three states, like in the solid state, liquid state and in the gaseous state. Second postulate tells us the motion of these particles in these three states. In case of solids, the particles are arranged in a closely packed manner. So, in this case, the motion of the particle is not possible, but they vibrate on its own position. Okay? So, in case of liquids, there is the distance between the particles, so they move easily. In case of gases, there is large distance present between the particles, so they easily move in any direction. Next one is, due to their motion and mass, the molecule possesses kinetic energy. Okay? Kinetic energy which deals with the motion. So, if they show motion, they also possess the kinetic energy. Next is, there are attractive forces between the molecules, because in solids the particles hold together. So, there are some attractive forces between the particles. So, there are two types of attractive forces. First one is the cohesive force and the second one is the adhesive force. Now, what are the cohesive forces and what are the adhesive forces? The attractive forces between the molecules of same kind are called the cohesive forces. Means the forces of attraction between the same kind of molecules are called the cohesive forces, and the attractive forces between the molecules of different kinds are called the adhesive forces. Okay? Next one is, the kinetic energy of the molecules increases with the increase in the temperature. Means the kinetic energy directly proportional to the temperature. If the temperature increases, then the kinetic energy is also increases. Next point is, as the distance between the molecules increases, the magnitude of the attractive forces between the molecules decreases. Here you can see, in case of gases, there is a large amount of distance present in between the particles. So, there are least attractive forces between these particles of gases. In case of liquids, there is less distance as compared to the gases. So, there are more attractive forces as compared to the gases. Okay? But in case of solids, there is least distance between the particles. So, there is maximum attractive forces are present in case of solids.